So I replaced the driver door control module, and that solved the window opening and closing issue. But I still had like the ABS light on, traction control light on, unknown driver light on. My gauges were kind of coming off and on. You know how it is, like lots of gremlins in there. What else? Yeah, none of the gauges were working, or sometimes they'd work. And none of these lights were on here. These wouldn't work. My stereo wouldn't work. I think that's basically it. So most things did not work. Like I said, I took it to my mechanic a couple times. He couldn't find an issue or the issue. It was mostly just guesswork. So I finally got frustrated and came home and just decided I'm going to have another look at this, and did some research. And what I found is this drawing that I just showed you, and I'll try to put it in the video later, of the splice pack SP205. And what this splice pack is basically a junction port where everything kind of connects. All these things connect in one spot. It's almost like a fail-safe, where if something goes wrong, it's a good place to diagnose what's working and what's not working. So I don't have a code reader or anything like that, so I had to do it the old-fashioned way. It took literally 5 minutes to figure out what was not working, so I'm going to show you quickly, hopefully, what I did and where it is. So the splice pack, if you come underneath the dash by, man that's loud, sorry about that, by where the emergency brake is, and you just stick your hand up underneath, there it is, and grab this thing right here. And this is a splice pack. It's got all those wires in the back. I don't know, there's about 16 in there. And they all connect to various different things. And all you do is pull out one at a time to figure out, one at a time, and each one you pull out, just check and see if it changes anything. And if not, put it back in and pull the next one. Oh, I gotta shut that off. Until everything starts working, because what's happening is, for me anyways, it was a communication issue. And I figured out, for me, on the back of this splice pack, the green wire was the issue. And it was just loose, and you can see I have a little pin in there. Just wiggle it around. And that was almost the last one I tried, and once I wiggled it, everything else came back on. Like, this has been driving me crazy for 3 years, and that's all it was. So this is a splice pack. I'll link another really good video to this splice pack that can show you how you can check it. But for just a quick general understanding, just pull each wire one by one and put them right back in. Like, pull one out and then look at everything. If nothing changes, put it back in and pull the next one. And once you find out the one that's not working and the color, you go back to this SP305 diagram and see what it says. So for instance, if it is the green and white wire, then it's your transfer shift control module. That's having an issue. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the module. That just means that that's the wire that's having the issue. And then you just have to check that module and make sure there's power and a ground. I didn't have to do that because it was just the wire itself. Or maybe, you know, maybe it's the instrument panel cluster. So you pull that wire, which is the gray wire, and if everything starts to work, then you know it's that. So that's basically what I did, and hopefully I'm going to start the truck and not make a liar out of myself, and see if it works. So Fingers crossed. Have the keys. So, looks like right now the lights are on. That's probably because I just played with it, hopefully. So I'm gonna go down and just check it again. That is the wire. And you can see my 4-wheel drive's off, so it's just gonna take me a minute just to figure it out. It's hard to do with one hand, so I'm just gonna come right back.